Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to quickly give you some words of encouragement when it comes to the topic of rejection. I decided to make a video about this because yesterday I thought about a time in my life when I dealt with rejection that left me devastated, pissed off, and ready to fight somebody. And 2 years later, I can say that I am so grateful for that rejection. Rejection is something that we all have had to deal with at some point or another in our lives, whether it be rejection from a relationship, a person that you may have been interested in, or a job, getting a job, or different opportunities, rejection from school, colleges, if you're applying to colleges. So rejection is just a natural part of life. And while it's so normal and easy to get upset about whatever it is you were rejected from, I've decided that from now on, that anytime that I am rejected or denied something that I felt that I really wanted or needed, I'm going to change my perspective and know that what is for me and will not miss me. It will not skip over me. And that sometimes rejection is really just redirecting you to a different path. And you may end up getting to where it is you want to be, or you may end up getting whatever it is you were rejected from, but it might take a little longer, or you may have to take some steps before you can get to that point. Also, being denied something that you really thought you wanted might just be a lesson and teach you that it's really something you didn't want at all. So deciding to just be happy with that decision that someone else made for you will make you feel a little better about things and not feel like it's all on you. And something else I decided to think about when I'm in moments like that is the book Lafleur Agreements. One of the agreements is to never take anything personally. Don't take anything personally. And this was really hard for me. So I'll tell you really quickly. I had a job. I loved the job. I loved the company. I planned on growing with the company. And I was working up until my 8th month of pregnancy, until I was told that I was not eligible for paid maternity leave. I wasn't with the company long enough, so I would have to quit the job and then be rehired when it was time for me to come back to work. And I thought that was a little weird that I was told I had to quit, but I went along and did what I had to do. And probably 3 or 4 months after I had my son, I was like, all right, I'm ready to go back to work. I'm ready to make some money. And I contacted my manager at the time, and she said, okay, well, we're gonna have to have you fill out an application and do an interview, but don't worry, it's just a formality, whatever, we all know you here, you'll get back in. So I said, okay, that's weird. They didn't tell me I would have to go through all this all over again, but okay, it's a formality, whatever. So I show up at the interview, and I'm thinking, it's just going to be me talking to the manager and kind of catching up, and we all had a nice relationship. But when I got to the interview, it was a group interview, and I was actually there with 12 other people, where I felt extremely, I wouldn't say disrespected, but I felt that was just weird that you would throw me out there with all these other people, and I had been with the company for a year already, and now I had to do this all over again after being gone for 3 months because I had a baby. So I go through the interview same way I did when I got hired originally, and I go inside, I talk to all the girls. They're asking how I'm doing, and how's the baby, I look great, all whatever, small talk. And I said, okay, I'll see you guys later. And so I get home, I get a phone call, and it's one of the managers telling me that I didn't get the job. And in my mind, I was like, what do you mean I didn't get the job? This was my job. How did I not get the job over strangers? And at the time, I was livid. I was so upset, and I felt I felt like they knew maybe they didn't want to take me back for whatever reason, but they made me go through that, and it was almost embarrassing. And I took it extremely personally and said, how could you do this to me? I just had a baby. I need to work, you know, I need to provide for my child. And I didn't talk to any of them. I was really upset, and I held it in internally, and I kept asking myself, well, what did I do wrong? Like, I don't understand. I was with the company this whole time. If they really didn't want me there, they should have fired me instead of taking the opportunity when I had to quit from maternity leave to not bring me back, or when I said I was ready to come back, just said there wasn't any spaces open or something, not put me through that whole interview process. And I just felt really embarrassed. Now today, 2 years later, I am so grateful that I did not end up working back with that company. I love the company and everything they stood for, and I had plans on growing with the company and letting that turn into a career path for me. And now I am on a completely different path. I am so grateful, because had I had been hired back, I wouldn't have been able to spend as much time with my son. I would have gotten caught up in the culture of the company and just, you know, doing different events and things like that. And that's not where I want to be. At this point, I'm so grateful that they did not hire me back. But that day, I was ready to, yeah, I was so upset. And I just want to let you guys know that anytime you may be rejected from something you felt you really wanted, know that something better will come out of it. Something better is going to come, something that is for you. Just always remember in every situation that what is for you, and it will not pass you by. I want to know some stories or experiences you may have had where you were rejected from one thing and something else even more amazing opened up for you on the other side of that rejection. Let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Please remember to live light, love heavy, and be well. Bye.